Stop. Before you reach for another cough drop, another antihistamine, or another decongestant spray, I need you to hear something Dr. Sebi warned us about for decades. Something that most people over 60 are completely unaware of, and it is silently destroying the very organs you depend on to breathe, sleep, and function every single day. If you have been waking up with that thick, heavy feeling sitting deep inside your chest, or that pressure behind your eyes and across your sinuses that never fully clears no matter what you take, you are not imagining it. And it is not simply allergies. Dr. Sebi spent his entire life trying to tell us this. The enemy is not what you were told, and the solution is nothing your doctor has ever once mentioned to you. Stay with me, because herb combination number 3 in today's protocol is the one most people over 60 are completely skipping right now, and it is costing them more than they realize. Nature heals in layers, and today we are going all the way down to the root. The body is not your enemy. Mucus is not your enemy. The acidic environment that produces it, that is the enemy. Dr. Sebi said those exact words. And if you have been fighting the wrong battle your entire life, what I am about to share with you today will finally make sense of everything. If you are over 60 and you wake up every single morning clearing your throat before you can even say good morning, this video was made specifically for you. Not for someone like you. For you watching right now. Let us start with what Dr. Sebi actually identified as the root biological enemy. Not a virus. Not pollen. Not a cold you never fully recovered from. Dr. Sebi was clear about this. The real enemy is chronic mucus accumulation driven by acidic inflammation that has been building inside your body, quietly and without warning, for years. And those of you watching right now who have been dealing with this for months or even years, this is not your fault, and here is exactly why. Your body produces mucus as a natural defense mechanism. That part is completely normal. Your respiratory system is lined with mucous membranes designed to trap particles, filter air, and protect delicate tissue. But here is what Dr. Sebi understood that mainstream medicine will not acknowledge. When your body's internal environment becomes chronically acidic, through decades of processed food, pasteurized dairy, synthetic supplements, and environmental toxins, those same mucous membranes go into overdrive. The body begins producing excess mucus not to protect you, but as a constant, exhausting alarm response to an acidic environment it was never designed to live in. And once that cycle starts, without intervention at the root level, it does not stop on its own. What most people over 60 are never told is that 3 specific daily habits are actively feeding this biological enemy right now. The first is pasteurized cow's milk. Dr. Sebi was unambiguous on this point. He taught for decades that pasteurized dairy is one of the single most mucus-producing substances a human being can consume daily. And yet, it is the very food mainstream medicine prescribes as essential for bone health after 60. Think about that. The second habit is over-the-counter decongestants. The very products sold to you as relief are quietly training your mucus-producing cells to produce even more. When you suppress the signal artificially with a chemical compound, your body compensates. It interprets the suppression as a threat and increases production. You already know this feeling. You have lived it. You stop taking it and everything comes back within 48 hours, often worse than before. And the third habit, this one surprises people, is synthetic vitamin C taken in high daily doses. Dr. Sebi taught that ascorbic acid, the synthetic form of vitamin C found in most commercial supplements, is acidic by its very nature. And in a body already struggling with chronic acidic inflammation, adding a concentrated acid compound, no matter how well-intentioned, directly feeds the cycle you are trying to break. Raise your hand if you have ever been told by a doctor to simply take a medication, monitor it, and come back in 3 months. That is what the system offers. Dr. Sebi offered something different, the knowledge that your body already possesses everything it needs to heal. It simply needs the right tools in the right sequence at the right time. And that is exactly what today's protocol delivers. Stay with me, because what I am about to walk you through is not simply a list of herbs. It is a precise sequence. And Dr. Sebi was absolutely clear that the sequence is what makes this protocol work, because without understanding the order, you will only ever reach the surface. You will never reach the root. And the root is where lasting healing begins. Herb number 1. Mullein. Dr. Sebi believed that mullein was one of nature's most direct healers, a plant specifically designed by nature for the respiratory system and the bronchial pathways. He referred to mullein as a living cleanser, not for the surface tissue alone, but for the deep inner walls of the lungs where acidic residue accumulates over years of exposure to processed foods and polluted air. Think of mullein as a natural internal brush, gently and methodically pulling out what decades of acidic living have deposited along the inner lining of your airways. Slow, precise, deliberate. The preparation Dr. Sebi recommended is straightforward. 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried mullein leaf steeped in 8 ounces of spring water for exactly 12 minutes. Not 10, not 15, 12, consumed warm and slow on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning. Repeat this daily for a minimum of 7 days before evaluating any results. Now, a precise caution. If you are currently taking blood-thinning medications, please consult a natural health practitioner before incorporating daily mullein tea. In specific cases, the compounds in mullein leaf can interact with anticoagulant medications, particularly in men over 65. Even the most powerful healing herb can become a weapon if you do not know this. The safe alternative in that case is elderflower tea, which we are covering next. But before herb number 2, I need you to understand something Dr. Sebi said about why most people fail at natural cleansing within the first 48 hours. Because if you do not hear this next part clearly, this entire protocol will only give you half the result your body is actually capable of. The lymphatic system moves slowly. It does not respond to urgency. It responds only to consistency. This means the first 24 hours of this protocol are not when you feel results. They are when you earn them. Herb number 2, elderflower. Dr. Sebi called elderflower one of the most underappreciated herbs in his entire pharmacopoeia, and he directed attention specifically to the flower, not the berry, for respiratory and sinus work. The flower targets what he described as lymphatic stagnation in the upper respiratory tract, the pooling and thickening of fluid in the sinus cavities and lymph nodes of the neck and throat. Think of elderflower as a gentle but deliberate push to the lymphatic system, the network of vessels and nodes responsible for draining the acidic waste your body is now ready to release. When this system is congested, mucus pools. Elderflower begins to move it. 1 tablespoon of dried elderflower petals steeped in 10 ounces of spring water for 10 minutes. Drink this mid-morning, approximately 2 to 3 hours after your mullein tea. This spacing is not arbitrary. It allows each herb to work independently in sequence, not in competition with each other. This is where it gets critical because herb number 3 is the one most people over 60 completely overlook. And Dr. Sebi specifically taught that without it, the first 2 herbs will only clear the surface layer. They will never reach the root, especially if you are over 60 and have been dealing with this for more than 6 months. Herb number 3, Blue Vervain. Dr. Sebi placed Blue Vervain in a category entirely its own, because Blue Vervain works at the intersection of 2 systems most people never think to connect, the nervous system and the lymphatic system. And this intersection is precisely why Blue Vervain is the missing piece for most people over 60 dealing with chronic, recurring mucus accumulation. Here is what Dr. Sebi understood that mainstream medicine does not publicly acknowledge. Chronic stress and sustained nervous system tension physically alter the quality of mucus secretions. The body under prolonged stress produces mucus that is denser, stickier, and significantly more difficult to expel. Blue Vervain directly interrupts that cycle, sending a reset signal from the nervous system all the way down to the mucus-producing cells in the sinus walls and bronchial lining. Think of Blue Vervain as the signal your body has been waiting years to receive. The alarm is over. You can stop producing. Begin releasing. Half a teaspoon of dried Blue Vervain in 8 ounces of spring water. Simmer gently on low heat for 7 minutes. Consume this in the early afternoon. One precise caution. Do not combine Blue Vervain with pharmaceutical sedatives or benzodiazepines. This is a specific biochemical interaction, not a legal disclaimer. It is Dr. Sebi protecting the people who trusted him most. If you are currently on those medications, replace Blue Vervain in this protocol with ginger root tea, which is the next herb we cover. Herb number 4, ginger root. Dr. Sebi praised ginger root as one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory tools available, and specifically highlighted its ability to thin and mobilize mucus that has become thick, viscous, and trapped deep inside the lower lungs where other herbs cannot fully reach alone. Think of ginger as the circulation driver of this entire protocol. Where Mullein cleans and Elderflower moves and Blue Vervain resets, ginger heats, thins, and pushes. It increases circulation to the bronchial walls, raises the body's core temperature slightly, and activates the cilia, the microscopic hair-like structures lining your airways, to begin their natural sweeping action. Fresh ginger root is always superior to powdered. 1 inch of fresh ginger root, thinly sliced, steeped in 10 ounces of spring water for 15 minutes. Add a small amount of raw agave if needed for taste. Drink this in the late afternoon, approximately 2 hours before your evening meal. Now, before herb number 5, let me give you a preview of exactly what this 72-hour protocol feels like inside your body. Because Dr. Sebi said that knowing what to expect is what separates the people who complete this protocol from the people who stop on day 2 thinking it is not working. On day 1, most people notice a subtle but real shift in the quality of their breathing by early evening. Not dramatic, but something has loosened. Something is moving that was not moving before. On day 2, you may notice increased mucus discharge through your nose and throat, and a heavier morning cough. This is not a setback. This is the protocol working exactly as designed. Dr. Sebi called this the release phase. And by day 3, this is exactly what Dr. Sebi said to watch for. A noticeable lightness in the chest. A genuine clarity in the sinuses. A quality of breathing in the morning that is unmistakably different from where you began. When your body does this, you will know the protocol is working. Herb number 5, sea moss. Dr. Sebi called sea moss the most mineral-complete food available to the human body, containing 92 of the 102 minerals the body is made of. But for the purpose of this specific protocol, sea moss plays one critical and irreplaceable role. It coats, soothes, and actively rebuilds the raw, inflamed tissue that the first 4 herbs have been clearing. Think of sea moss gel as the final healing layer, the restoration coat the body needs after deep cleansing work. It does not push or pull or move mucus. It restores. It rebuilds the mucous membrane with minerals so bioavailable and so aligned with the body's own chemistry that Dr. Sebi said the body recognizes them as its own. 2 tablespoons of prepared sea moss gel, taken each morning beginning on day 2 of the protocol. Blend it into spring water, fresh fruit juice, or a simple morning smoothie. The 72-hour protocol, step by step. Hour 0 to hour 24, the opening layer. Upon waking, Mullein tea 1 to 2 teaspoons, steep 12 minutes in spring water, consumed warm on an empty stomach. Mid-morning, Elderflower infusion, 1 tablespoon, steeped 10 minutes. Early afternoon, Blue Vervain decoction, half a teaspoon, simmered 7 minutes. Late afternoon, ginger root tea 1 inch fresh root, 15 minutes steep. This evening, eliminate all dairy, processed sugar, and table salt from your meals. Completely. No exceptions today. During these first 24 hours, your lymphatic system begins releasing what Dr. Sebi called stored acidic residue, and most people over 60 notice a subtle but unmistakable shift in how their body feels by the time they wake up on day 2. Dr. Sebi was clear that the sequence matters here because nature heals in layers, not all at once. And disrupting this first phase weakens everything that follows. You have committed to day 1. You have earned day 2. Hour 24 to hour 48, the release layer. Wake up. Before anything else, drink 12 ounces of room temperature spring water. Then begin your Mullein tea. Add 2 tablespoons of sea moss gel to your morning preparation. Blend it into water or your first meal. Continue all 4 herb teas in the same order and timing as day 1. By this point, the body is in active release mode. Do not suppress the discharge. Do not reach for a decongestant. What you are experiencing is the protocol working precisely as Dr. Sebi described. Stay in it. Hour 48 to hour 72, the restoration layer. By day 3, the clearing cycle is complete and the body is ready for deep restoration. Continue the full herb sequence in the same order. Sea moss gel now becomes twice daily, morning and evening. And on this final day, introduce one additional element Dr. Sebi recommended specifically for the restoration phase. Sarsop leaf tea. 1 tablespoon of dried sarsop leaves steeped in 10 ounces of spring water for 12 minutes, taken once in the early evening. Dr. Sebi believed sarsop leaf sealed the alkaline environment the previous herbs had created, locking it in place so the body does not immediately revert when the protocol ends. Before we close, a warning Dr. Sebi made explicitly and repeatedly. Do not combine Blue Vervain with pharmaceutical sedatives or benzodiazepines. And do not combine high-dose sea moss with iodine-based thyroid medications without consulting a natural health practitioner who understands mineral interactions. Dr. Sebi was direct. Even the most powerful healing herb can become a weapon, and this caution exists to protect you, not to discourage you. If you are on thyroid medication, replace Blue Vervain with sarsop leaf from day 1 and continue everything else as written. Week 2 teaser. This 72-hour protocol is the foundation. But Dr. Sebi never stopped at 3 days, and neither should you. In the follow-up video, I am going to walk you through the full Week 2 continuation, including the 2 herbs Dr. Sebi specifically reserved for deep lung tissue repair after the initial cleanse. That video is in production right now. If you want it at the top of my list, type the single word cleanse in the comments below, and I will see exactly how many of you are ready for the next layer. Here is the single most important thing you heard today. Chronic mucus buildup is not a seasonal inconvenience. It is a systemic condition with a systemic root. And Dr. Sebi's protocol does not mask it. It removes the conditions that allow it to exist in the first place. And if this channel is giving you what mainstream medicine never has, hit subscribe right now and turn on the bell. This community is growing every single day, and I do not want you to miss a single layer of what is coming. Nature heals in layers, and so will you.